The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
On second down, here's Jackson. Complete to Likely. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now Jackson on 1st down. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, and will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't see how do you drop that we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson, rolling to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Second half starts with a run by Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing quickly to Wilson. There he goes again. Inside the 20, Garrett Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 88 yards. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Next to score, Jets 34, Ravens 19.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He finds Bateman over the middle. Into space at the 45. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Rashad Bateman. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 79 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he will get into the end zone. So that shades 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Wilson. Dancing to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take
Come back, yeah, that's me.
5-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat. Brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football like on a spring And each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
They go play action with Jackson, rolling to his right. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right, what you're hoping.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And quickly they get to the line. Jackson now. Flush to his right. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, 27 yards. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And all the way down to the 35. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Back now in Baltimore. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Play action. Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Wilson eluding the pressure. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the 4th quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Oh, he tried to throw back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Charles, he's had some success running the football today instead of throwing it. He's outside of the pocket there. I thought he might tuck it and run. Instead, he throws the pick-6.
Yeah, and I think you're spot on with your thought process there, partner, because in this ball game, his legs have done more damage than his arm. He tried it again to no avail.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man, it's Charlie Kohler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Jackson on first down.
Baltimore Ravens.
And this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Jackson on second down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, Jackson being chased out left. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
That's good for a Baltimore Ravens.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon.